So listen, there comes a time in every person's life, somewhere between the third bad landlord and the seventh internal Zoom, where Carol talks over everyone, when you pause mid-sip of your Trader Joe's red blend and whisper to the universe, "Is this really it?" And that, my friend, is how Spain happens. Not the Instagram Spain. Not the 2-week whirlwind where you do Barcelona, take a blurry flamenco video, and come back thinking you're Anthony Bourdain with a suitcase full of jamón. I'm talking about the real Spain. The vino profundo Spain. The sip this garnacha and reconsider your life choices Spain. Welcome to Everything is Boffo. We're a couple of Filipinos who grew up in the Philippines, packed our dreams into a suitcase, and spent 13 years chasing the American dream. But after a decade of hustle, we hit pause and chose life over the endless race. Now, we're living our best lives in beautiful Spain, falling more in love with this incredible country every single day. These days, you'll find us sipping our way through Spain's amazing wines, soaking up the sunshine, and embracing a slower, enriching way of living. Cheers to new chapters, bold moves, and finding joy in the little things. Let's take a little swirl through the regions, shall we? Rioja is Spain's equivalent of a black and white movie star who's still hot in HD. It's the George Clooney of wine. Timeless, charming, and wears oak aging like it's tailored Armani. Located in the north of Spain, Rioja is all about structure and elegance. Its star grape, Tempranillo, is often aged in oak, so it develops complex flavors. Think red fruit, leather, spice, maybe even a hint of existential clarity. Here, wine is culture. It's religion. It's foreplay. The capital, Logroño, has an entire tapas street where glasses of red are cheaper than bottled water, and everyone is somehow friends. It's perfect if you like your city small, your wines classic, and your life balanced. With fewer gym memberships, more jamón. Imagine if Rioja had a hot twin who listens to vinyl and has a motorcycle. That's Ribera del Duero. Just southeast of Rioja, this region makes wine that's darker, richer, and more full-bodied. Same Tempranillo grape, very different vibes. It's the difference between candlelight and neon, between a whispered secret and a bass drop. This is where your wine whispers things like black cherry and cedar while making intense eye contact. Want solitude with your sophistication? Settle in Peñafiel or Valladolid. Where the wine flows, the tourists are fewer, and the sunsets are uncannily good for your camera roll. Priorat, the tortured poet of Spanish wine regions. This Catalonian enclave is full of jagged hills, slate soils, and dramatic tension, and the wines match. Expect Grenache and Carignan with big flavors, high alcohol, and a vibe that screams, "I journal in lowercase, but my palate is sophisticated." The terroir here is no joke. We're talking about wines that taste like the earth threw a tantrum and made something beautiful. It's ideal for those who enjoy complexity. In both relationships and red blends. Bonus, the winemakers here all look like they've opened for Bon Iver. Let's cool things down, shall we? Welcome to Rías Baixas in Galicia, also known as Spain's lush coastal northwest. This is the kingdom of Albariño, a white wine so fresh and zippy it might just slap the day's anxiety out of you. It's citrusy, mineral, a little saline, like if a lemon married an ocean breeze and invited oysters to the reception. You'll want to drink this wine with seafood near the sea while watching clouds do dramatic things. Cities like Pontevedra and Santiago de Compostela are full of winding alleys, ancient cathedrals, and that slow, satisfying pace where nobody asks if you've been hitting your quarterly KPIs. Jerez, or sherry country, is for the brave and the bold. Sherry is not your grandma's cooking wine, unless your grandma was secretly a sommelier. It's fortified, funky, and one of the most complex categories of wine in the world. You've got Fino and Manzanilla for salty, crisp refreshment. Amontillado and Oloroso when you want a wine that gives you a bear hug and maybe also makes you cry a little. The town of Jerez de la Frontera is full of flamenco, horses, sunshine, and people drinking wine at lunch like it's legally required. Honestly, it might be. So, what's the point of all this? You thought this was about wine, but it's not. It's about place. Spain doesn't just make wine, it lives wine. Each region offers a different lifestyle, one you might not have known you were craving until you read this with one eye on Zillow and the other on your half-full glass of something deeply uninspiring. So if you've been saying, I want a slower life, something delicious, a town where people know my name, and maybe I know the winemaker, the wine is already calling. Follow us for more deep dives into Spanish living, visa tips, digital nomad hacks, and more excuses to drink in the name of 𝗫𝗏.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell. Shout out to our subscribers for always being awesome. Thanks to the people who support our channel by subscribing, commenting, giving us super thanks, and tipping us with our 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗃 link. If you want to pick our brains and book a 60-minute consultation, we have a link for that, and we can give our honest opinions about topics that we haven't covered in our videos.
Thanks to the people in our Facebook group for being awesome members, for generously helping each other.